Everyone, welcome to the Geekdom, the place where we outcasts come to talk about the things we love, and welcome to another episode of Trooper Tuesday, the show where we make every single clone we have seen on television. Now, last week we had Rex and Cody in their Phase 1 armor, and it was so good. I loved those figures, and it got a really great response from you guys as well. So we're back again with another episode based on the episode Rookies. Today I've got for you Heavy, Fives, and Echo. Now I know what you're thinking, Freddy, they are not the only clones that were in that episode. I know there was Cut Up, Droid Bait, the Sarge, all sorts, but one thing you gotta remember is they're all shinies. So it would be like making the same figure over and over and over again. So I've only got Heavy, Fives, and Echo for you today because they're the three main ones. Just before we begin the actual video, I wanted to just say, would you please like and subscribe down below? It really goes a long way. We're on our way to 1,000 subs, and it would just mean so much to me if you just click that little red button. It only takes a second. If you enjoy Clone Trooper content, just click that little button down below. Thank you. We're going to take a look at Fives first, because he's got some interesting stuff. One thing I just want to point out really quickly is you'll notice on the screen right now that Echo and Fives both have their medals. Now, I know some people are probably like, why have you put the medals on them? I wanted them to have a little bit of something that differentiates them from a bog standard clone. So Fives himself, as you can see, most of his armor is very similar to Heavy's, but he does have that medal on there. It's got that nice red, yellow, that nice diamond-shaped metallic bit of his medal, and that's in a really nice pearl metal color. The armor itself is very bog standard to what I usually have, so I'm going to go over that a bit more when we get on to Heavy. The main standout for Fives here is that he has his head print, which is also seen on my ARC Trooper Fives. If you haven't seen that video, it's on my channel page. It's only a few videos down. I fixed the Lego one, so feel free to go and watch that. So it's the exact same face print. He's got that like sort of beard hair, as well as that number 5 in Orabesh on his forehead. Not a very difficult figure, but I still think it's a really cool one, and Fives is my favorite clone. I couldn't miss him out of this video. He's obviously covered in weathering that's completely different from all the other clones. After we did weathering on Rex and Cody, I could not go back. It's weathering from here on out. He's got some very unique weathering, especially on his helmet. He's got a lot of like scorch marks and stuff, which I think looks really, really cool. Now the rest of his armor we're going to explain now when we take a look at Heavy. We're going to take from bottom to top instead of my usual top to bottom. Legs are kind of the most changed. I'm slowly changing little bits of the clone armor until I find my like perfect design for it. So I've just got rid of a little bit more of that like light grey and stuff because I thought it took away from like the contrast between the white and the black we've got going on. So around the lining of the armor, it's all just in black now, which I think looks a lot more crisp, a lot nicer. You can see it specifically on the knee pads. But I think it looks really nice. There's a lot more weathering on Heavy than the other two because he sees every sort of action in this episode. I mean, he blows himself up for crying out loud. So he's got a lot of weathering on him, especially on those legs. That left leg, there's a lot more weathering, especially on like the upper section of his thigh. I think it looks really nice, a lot more random and sporadic than it was on Rex and Cody, which I think looks really, really cool. His torso, once again, I got rid of a few of the lighter grey bits and just put a heck ton of weathering on there. I think it looks really, really nice, especially that upper section of the chest plate. The arms on all three of these clones are very similar. It's my bog standard arms for Clone Troopers at the minute. Very simple, just a little bit of weathering, but I still think it looks really, really nice. Helmet, just like Fives, except once again, more weathered, especially around the eyes. But underneath the helmet, he does have a custom face print. Now, I was going through the episode, and I was like, I swear Heavy has just the exact same face as the others, just like he does in Clone Cadets. Apparently not. He has tattoos of, I believe they're like miniguns. I think that's like representative of his weaponry. But he has some tattoos there, which I think looks really, really cool. So I've put those on either side of his cheek. Looks really, really nice. Now, Echo, the absolute GOAT. I love him so much. He was great in this episode. Legs, very similar to the rest of them, just a bit of weathering, nothing too special there. The exciting bit about Echo is the handprint, which Captain Rex gives to him from the blood of the Rishi eel. I think it's just one of the most iconic things in Star Wars. I toyed with the idea of giving him like a Lego hand there instead, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I didn't want to sully the really awesome look of the handprint on the armor. Just like Fives, he has his medal as well, which I know some people may not be too happy about because everyone's been begging for a classic Echo for so many years, and I've given you one, but with a medal as well. So I know that looks a little bit odd, But I think it matches with 5's a lot nicer, and I just really like the way it looks. Head-wise, standard clone head because, you know, he's got no special details on him. Helmet, just like the other guys, except he's got a red sun visor. Now, in the episode, he does have it's like a electro binoculars, but just like I said for my Lieutenant Thaya figure, I haven't found the perfect piece yet. I may have to sculpt it if I can't find a piece that I think looks just right, but right now we're just sticking with the casual sun visor. I think it looks a lot nicer. I think it looks really nice. The dark red really contrasts the armor, so I'm very pleased with how Echo's turned out, and I'm very pleased with the rest of these figures as well. Now, as per usual, I have got some renders for you. I usually only have the one, but today I'm treating you with two. The first one is my favorite, and that is the Venator Hangar Bay at the end of the episode, where Echo and Vibes are getting awarded their Medals of Honor. And I really like this because it's got a lot of little details in there. As you can see in the corner, we've got my classic Clone Wars Anakin from my Ahsoka video, and next to him, you might be able to see a little mock-up of what is to be a Clone Wars Obi-Wan. Is that foreshadowing for a future video? I don't know. Maybe you'll have to subscribe and find out. And then we've also got Rex and Cody from my previous Trooper Tuesday, which looks really, really nice. I love those figures, just happy to reuse them again. And then obviously we've got Echo and 5's with their medals on, and then they're lined by rows of clone troopers, which, you guessed it, are copy and pastes of Heavy, but with the original clone head instead. I really like the way this looks. The hangar bay looks really nice. I found a model on Mecha Bricks and I added bits to it, made it my own, added all the emissions and stuff on the lighting and stuff, and then we also just slapped in a little Republic shuttle as well, just for a bit of detail. Now the other render is the scene where Captain Rex first meets the rookies. I really love that scene, one of my favourite things from the first season of the Clone Wars. So we've got them all with their helmets off, with that sort of burning wreckage behind them. I love the way this looks, and if you like it as well, then feel free to go over to the Geekdom Instagram. All of my renders get posted on there straight away when the videos come out, so feel free to go and check that out. Link is in the description, as well as the TikTok link, which is also in the description as well. Well, anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to like, subscribe down below. Like I say, we are not that far off 1,000 subs. It would be amazing if we could reach that, and your subscribe would really go a long way. While you're down there, you might as well tell me your favorite clone as well, because I'll be making them all in videos soon, so I would love to hear what your favorite clones are. Well, anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.